Welcome. And I'm excited to share with you some really powerful tips for placement strategy. And why am I sharing that with you? Because what I have to share with you is not from just like what you might logically think or analyze and think. This is placement strategy from somebody who's been in it for 8 years. I got in doTERRA the very first month that it started. So the wisdom that I have for you today when I talk about this is wisdom from what happens in different scenarios 8 years later, you know. So, that's the thing I want to focus about. So, those of you who are in the business of doTERRA, how to place people or where to place them is a key part of it, isn't it? And a lot of people question, wondering, where should I place people? So before you even begin to place people, before I even go into, some wisdom I have about that, I'd like to ask you 2 questions. Consider these 2 questions first, okay? So the first question is, are you building this business for long-term success and, long-term income, or are you just looking for some quick income right now, just short-term income? That's the first question you need to ask yourself. So are you in it for the short term or the long term? Because the way that you structure is going to be different if you're just wanting to make some quick money now, but if you really want it to work for the long haul, you're in it for life, right? Then that's what I'm really interested in helping you with, because I'm in it for the long haul. I got in it with both feet. I jumped in because I needed retirement. So you want it for life too, okay. Because you can do it really quick. You can build really quick and you can get to some quick money. But if you do it in ways that will get you there quick, you will pay for that down the road, big time. And you want it to be able to be there for the long term. So the next question, you need it long term. Like everybody who's on here, watching this live video, you're wanting to really create some income down the road, right? You don't want it to go away. That's probably why you're even doing the doTERRA business. Is that true? Okay. So the second question is, so in the long term, if you're in it long term, or even short term, either way, here's the other question. Do you want to do all of the work, or do you want to tap into duplication? Do you want to do all of the work, or do you want to tap into the duplication? That's the second question. So ask yourself those 2 questions. Duplication, right? If you do not set this up right, you will be doing all the work yourself. And maybe even if you're not doing all of it, you'll be doing the majority of it. And you don't want to do that. You want to be able to do this business in a way that it's going to duplicate and duplicate easily without all of that effort. Because if you're like me, you want to create an income that's going to take you into retirement, right? Would you like to create an income that you're receiving and it's multiplying and getting bigger every month, even when you're 70 and 80 and 90 and 120 years old? Yeah. So those are the tips that I'm going to give you in how to place people, okay? Placement strategy. So here is my placement strategy for you, and there are a lot of reasons why you do want to do this and not do other things, okay? So here you go. Ready for this? Okay. The thing that you want to do is to place everybody that you enroll on your first level. place everyone on your first level. And so you're like, but yeah, what about building for rank, or building for the power of 3 bonus, right? Or building for unilevel, right? Right? And, what about all of that, right? So this is the deal. If you are building for the long haul and you start placing people under other people, hoping to build for them, it's like encouraging them. Maybe if they have somebody under them, they'll do the business more or whatever. You'll create weakness and dependency and strain on relationship, and it is a challenge down the road. Because here's the deal too. This is a key thing. If you are looking for builders, when you find a builder, you'll know it when they enroll their own people. Did you hear that? Builders will enroll their own people. And what people do you want to enroll? People that are interested in using the oils, and place them on your first level. And then, if people who love the oils and the products and are using them and, want to get them for the best deal, if they are also interested in doing the business, when they start building, well then, they will get their own people, won't they? They'll get their own people, they'll enroll their own first level, and you'll build a solid business. You will not have to be building for them. Another thing that happens if you place people under somebody else, you've just duplicated your work. Say, for example, if you're building towards the power of 3 bonus, and you have somebody who's kind of, building, and you're placing people under them, and what's that? Oh, and you haven't messed up by placing them under? Oh, yes, I have messed up. Do you think that's why I'm teaching you this? I've been in this for 8 years. I've done the do's and the don'ts. I know why it works and why it doesn't. That's why I'm sharing this with you. And if you're on here and you're interested in the business because you're in doTERRA, then this is going to make sense to you, and you're going to see why you would want to do this or why not. Okay? You're welcome. Thanks for that. So, there are sometimes you think, gosh, in some situations, would I want to place somebody under somebody? Oh, hi there from Florida. Hi there. And what scenarios would you think would be okay? Because maybe you think there are, times when you would, and I can give you some insights as to why that may be good or why that may not be good. Because I've done or seen people do nearly everything. Okay, I'm just telling you guys. This can be good and it can be not so good depending on what you do. I've even seen a situation where, you have like a really strong leader who rolls up under another leader. And, even a strong leader under a strong leader, but that strong leader did not enroll that person and really doesn't show up there for that person because they did not actually enroll them. A big part of this is the connection, the relationship part. When you enroll somebody, you have a relationship with that person, and that's a big deal, right? But doesn't it help in the overall volume? Right? Yes, it does help in the overall volume. It does. And, and you can do that. However, if you are placing people under a leader who, to help with volume, totally helping them, maybe where are you placing it? Ask yourself, are you placing it directly under somebody who is doing the business or not? If they're not doing the business, then the potential to have that person not even be doing it or not do their LRP is really great. So if you enroll someone and place them under someone who wants to build, oh, and I didn't get the rest of that, put that in again. So you keep the relationship, but the ordering volume helps a person, right? Yes, keep the relationship, and it can help that person, but you need to really have a conversation with the person you're placing them under, so that they know that, you know, what is being expected there. You know, are you expecting that other person to do anything? You know, there's a lot of relationship issues that happen down the road if you're building under somebody and they're not building their own. And then down the road, it's like you've placed a lot of people under that person, building volume because you want the rank, or you want, you know, you want the rank yourself, but the person you're building under is not really wanting their rank, the needed rank that you need them to be at, right? If they're really not wanting it as much as you do, and you put all that volume under them and you're building, if they don't do it, there's going to be some resentment, you know? You messed up a few times, yes, putting more effort into building than the other people are, and it does cause a strain on the relationship. So if it's somebody you care about, and obviously, you know, when you enrolled that person, you did, right? And now you've like hoped that they would build and they really didn't, and then you put all those people under them or help them build and they don't. It's like, oh, you know, you have expectations, and if they don't meet those expectations, that's challenging in your relationship, and you have to let that go. You have to work on your own issues inside yourself then too, don't you?